The best places and top tips to farm gold. Now, we all like gold, let's face it. Ranking up champions and leveling them up, and as well having to put them into AQ tickets is a normal kind of process when it comes to MCOC. There are players that have tens of millions of gold, there's players that have hundreds of millions of gold. I know they're definitely out there, but also there are players like myself that go from having 0 gold to about 1 mil, 2 mil, and then it looks to then go back to 0 and is topped up again within a short space of time. But then there's others that aren't able to really kind of get up there quicker, and this is really what this video is hopefully going to help players out with. And then we're going to look at some best places to go and get the gold, and also some top tips as to how to efficiently re-top it up again and farm it efficiently. I should also be very clear to say that this is not a video looking at gold as being a problem in MCOC. This is more of trying to find a solution. I will be looking at a particular video structure about the gold problem. Funny enough, it's a project that I'm working on with a bunch of people, which I will actually be slightly referencing in this video, but it won't be kind of the full video. That'll be out at a later date, especially because I need to collect data, and it may not even be this particular data that will be good enough, and we might have to redo it again. But yeah, let's get right into it. This video is all about farming gold, best practices, and also how I've managed to go through a kind of a 2 mil, then down to 0 or close to 0, then back up again to 2 mil process within a certain amount of days by following different types of processes, rotations, and methods. So let's break this into a part 1 and part 2. Part 1 will be places you can get gold from, and part 2 is going to be the best places in order to farm them based on my personal experience from how I've able to be acquiring gold without going through having to do extensive arena. Let's get into it. Over the course of a week, my gold fluctuates, so I need places in order to go to grind out gold. You can see, like on Monday the 5th of September, I start off with 2.7 mil gold, and then by Saturday I was on 418,000 gold, whilst just kind of doing stuff like ranking up champions, leveling up champions, spending nearly 4 million gold in that, and plus AQ tickets, which I do use gold in order to put it through. And this is because the loyalty store has a lot of value to it nowadays, which kind of means I don't really sink my loyalty in. And battle chips as well, like, yeah, you need to grind arena, but at the same time I'm finding I'm getting more units, which I do need for Cyber Weekend deals. But let's have a look at more places you can actually get gold from. I put a link in the description to a spreadsheet that I made for this particular video, which looks at grind processes and top tips as to where to get gold from and farm it. Of course, that's what we're going to do. There's lots of areas, like I'll give you a good example, some like information, stats, data, those kind of things. I did a limited arena run, which you can see on screen as soon as I load up my arena, completed arenas, and then we've got places like the recent Summoner Trials Arena, and as well like a limited grind in the Chaos Magic Arena. And like, look, I don't extensively grind out as much. I'd love to have more time, but that's up to milestone 3 there. And also I'd have in the Summoner Trials, I'd do up 823,000, which gets me up to milestone 7. So it's not extensive. It's not an extensive grind, but I ended up the week in about 64,000 K battle chips, which obviously transfer into whatever is an arena crystals. What was that? 32? And the 32 crystals have got 130k gold and 50k gold in Summoner Trials from milestones. So that's still like a good chunk. Just that's 180k gold by what was literally, I didn't even live stream that either. So it wasn't an extensive amount of arena grind, but was enough for, like, I don't know, an average 10 to 20 minutes a day for about 3 days of the arena running. So it wasn't extensive. And look, let's face it, a lot of people will go, oh, you need to do arena in order to get gold. No, you don't. If you are participating in Alliance Wars, then you can get some gold. You can also get some stuff from side quest. If you really look at the side quest, and for certain players at Cavalier and upwards that can do the legendary difficulty, if you don't do like heroic, master, and epic and just focus on legendary, then you do miss out on a chunk of gold. Like, did you know that you can get yourself 2.5 mil gold this month in September just by doing the side quest from heroic all the way up to legendary? Yeah, you have to spend your energy for it, but it's gold. It's gold that you would need. And one thing I would recommend, especially if you're uncollected, and well, mainly Cav and upwards, because that's really what this is kind of like based on. But still, if you're uncollected, make sure you're doing your uncollected difficulty through like 100%ing a month. For Cavalier, if you are a player that's Cavalier and upwards, if you do Thronebreaker, if you do uncollected and Cavalier, you will get over 1.1 million gold. No, actually, I tell a lie, you get 1.2 million gold by doing the event quest, because you get 960k gold from doing Cavalier and 240k from doing Uncollected. So you get 1.2 mil right off the bat, and you pair that up with the side quest, that's 2.4 million gold like per month. And some side quests do give a lot more as well. Those are like two quintessential things you really got to get done on a monthly basis in order to kind of like get stuff. There's also a lot of things when it comes to gold crystals. You can get them from the 22-hour solo events and also the 7-hour solo events as well, which can be really good if you pick and choose your grind. Special events, and there's other events that are one and done, like Grandmaster Gauntlet, and those things are literally kind of like in-game. One and done is, you know, it is what it is. You do it once and then you won't be able to do it again. Variants give a good chunk of gold as well. Again, there's tons of places to go. Deals, rare crystals, there's everything. Selling stash is a bit of an iffy one. Incursions is another area that I've been getting back into, and it's been surprising. Since I've gone non-spending in Marvel Contest, I've always been like looking at where's the best place I can scoop up time savvy grinds in order to grab as much as possible, and this has been a benefit. I think the biggest thing where we'll come to the point of a goal-based problem in the game is how quickly do you want to rank up champions? Because that largely is where we're spending our gold, or should be spending our gold. Yes, people may buy with AQ tickets, but that's where a lot of it is going into, sinking into these particular like grind scenario, these rank up scenarios. That's where the gold is going. Yes, we would like to see more, and Kabam do plan to buff incursions. Whether they'll buff the gold side of things, it isn't going to be another story for another day, but you know, we just don't know what the future holds with it. So with all that in mind that I've just mentioned, I've got some top tips which I've put in some lovely colours, all the colours of the rainbow, and yeah, like I said, link to this in the description down below. And I've separated out into several areas which I think would be good kind of like savvy places to go and grind or kind of like sell and things like that. And all of it is a process. It's not a case of going like, oh, side quest, why have I got to do the side quest? Well, there's more to the side quest that meets the eye, like shards, which I'm going to explain. So solo events, if you're planning to grind for a day, you can scoop gold crystals and get a good rank. Basically, if you do like a 22-hour event, get a good rank in it, you get some gold crystals. If you go through the solo event, not really for lower players, this is more kind of, again, like uncollected, kind of like Cavalier and upwards. You can scoop yourself some gold crystals. Gold crystals kind of like, you know, and grinding out something like, it's arena wins. Do arena. If it's hero use, go and do questing. If it's event quest completion, go and do event quest completion. If you balance these grinds in place, you're able to get to these 22-hour event ranks and final milestones really, really quickly. Event quest. So that's the most effective thing. As I said, 1.2 mil, not 1.1, 1.2 mil you can get from there. Side quest. First of all, the gold side of things, you can get 1.2 mil. Plus, if you get shards, crystals equals dupes. Dupes equal ISO, and ISO can be sold. I'm not saying you have to go out and spend on your ISO, but there's something that kind of balances with the ISO that's very, very important, which comes into level up, which we'll talk about in a moment. Incursions, as I said, I started doing it again, and you can actually get, by doing sectors 8 and 7, over 1 million gold. There is a buff coming, and yes, you could get into it, especially if you're lower levels. My Paul the Boy can get in at level 20 something, so it's a case like it's available for lower players to grind and also get gold at the same time. And also for lower players variants as well, that's another thing, but note down there for that. Level up. As I said, this comes in part and parcel with the crystals, and something to point out, which I'm going to try and set up in this for this particular video, and that's this right here on screen. The scenario is this: when you're thinking of your level ups, don't think about putting any type of ISO in. Think about the class. The reason I say that is, look at this. If you put in a cosmic, because null is a cosmic, it goes up to level 9, right? If I click in this mutant one, he only goes up to level 6. See what I mean? There's a 3-level difference, which means, yes, for the value of gold of 5,321, you get more levels per level up. So just think about that. Think about the ISO being attributed to the particular class of champion, and it should be really good for you to be more savvy. For more gold, you get more levels. And again, less gold spend equals more levels. It makes perfect sense, really, if you think about it. But that being said, the final things are alliance participation, arena. Look, I know people are getting funny about like arena being like, oh, that's the only place you have to go to get gold. It's not. We've just gone over why there's different areas to get gold that's kind of better than doing arena. If you are Alliance participation's in there because there are some great stuff when it comes to gold crystals in Summoner Advancement and 3-day events giving gold crystals as well. So being part of an alliance is great, and the same thing with Alliance Wars. Yes, Alliance Quest will take your gold, but look, if you're able to get gold by other means, then that's the thing. If you're arena grind, it's not too much of an issue when it comes to gold, but it's important to note there's some particular arenas where shorter milestones, or the lower part of the milestones, do give gold as a result of kind of grinding through them. Battle chips, get arena crystals. If you don't want to do so many milestones and get battle chips, pop open arena crystals. Recently, I popped open 64k as mentioned, got to 130k of gold, and as well got some units as well, and an energy refill, so that was great. EOP, yes, get that done because it's got the objectives for those that are Thronebreaker and upwards, and as well deals, saving those units. Yes, arena is annoying, but at the same time doing some of these other things like event quest, the lower ones, if you blast through them, the 22-hour solo event, you can pick up units. Units transfer for deals. Deals will have gold in them. So think about the long game when it comes to this. And a final thing is selling stash. As I said, I'm a bit of an iffy when it comes to selling stash because it's just difficult. If you aren't looking to rank up a champion, leveling up a champion, that is, then you may look to sink your ISO into selling. That could be an option for you. It's a bit of an iffy recommendation. Look, when you open up crystals, you get little bits of gold, but it's not going to be as substantial as selling ISO. Now, if you are doing some of the lowest shard things of some of the side quests, you get 3 stars, 4-star crystals, and all those things that maybe aren't really in your current kind of remit for being interesting, especially for, you know, getting dupes, getting more shards from max signatures. Then you could look to sell some of that ISO because you're not interested in that. But those 4-star champions, 4-star shards are really important, and I kind of aim for that. If I'm looking to top up gold or get ISO very quickly, I will make sure that I've at least got some 4-star shards being grinded out. And you can go to loads of different places in this game to get 4-star shards nowadays. So that will kind of like give you the dupe, give you the ISO, and then you can either sell it or invest it into a champion. And there we go. That has been my farming tips, best farming tips of how to get gold or sustainably look forward to efficiently grinding. So playing the long game with Marvel Contest of Champions from getting gold. So yeah, hope this helps some people out. Thank you very much for watching this video. Check out some other content located on screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.